Look at this spread. Most of us assume that to cook a meal with this level of depth and flavor, you need an endless grocery list and hours of prep time. Tonight, we are building a complete menu to prove otherwise. We are going to make a classic Italian aperitif, a rustic survival flatbread, and a legendary pasta sauce. Here is the strict rule for this entire meal. Every single item uses exactly 3 core ingredients. That is just 9 ingredients to build the entire spread from scratch. By stripping away the extra fillers, you have to rely entirely on technique and temperature control. We're going to show you how to treat these 9 simple items to elevate a basic dinner into an upscale dining experience. We start with the drink, the classic Negroni. This cocktail has been a staple of European café culture for over a century, originally designed to stimulate the appetite before a heavy meal. This chart shows the exact math required to build a proper Negroni. You need a strict 1:1:1 volumetric ratio. That means pouring equal parts gin, sweet red vermouth, and Campari. You construct this drink directly inside a heavy rocks glass, pouring those 3 spirits over large, dense ice cubes. This is where you can easily ruin the cocktail. You must gently stir the drink with a bar spoon. If you shake a Negroni, the impact shatters the ice, over-diluting the liquor and turning a clean drink into a cloudy, watery mess. To finish, take a slice of orange peel and squeeze it firmly over the glass. This expresses the natural citrus oils right onto the surface of the drink. That precise stirring technique and the strict mathematical ratio work together to temper 3 highly concentrated, harsh spirits, turning them into a smooth, velvety pre-dinner drink. Next, we need a vehicle for our pasta sauce. This is the Scottish oat bannock, a 600-year-old survival ration that perfectly absorbs rich liquids. You only need 3 things to make it: stone-milled raw oats, a pinch of salt, and a splash of water. Mix the oats, water, and salt together until they form a thick, sticky dough. Then use your hands to shape that dough into a solid disc about 3 centimeters thick. Do not put this in a conventional oven. An oven will dry the oats out and ruin the texture. This bread requires the blazing, direct heat of a dry cast iron griddle. Place the dough onto the hot iron and leave it alone for exactly 12 minutes per side. This gives the bread enough time to build a heavy crust without scorching the oats. When you pull it off the heat, you're left with a dense, golden brown exterior protecting a warm, hearty center. By using direct iron heat instead of relying on modern yeast and long rising times, you create a structurally rigid flatbread. It won't fall apart when you drag it through a heavy sauce. Finally, the main course. This is culinary legend Marcella Hazan's famous 3-ingredient pasta sauce. To make it, gather 1 24-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes, 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and a single medium yellow onion. Peel the onion and cut it exactly in half. Do not chop, dice, or mince it. Leave it in 2 large intact pieces. Place the tomatoes, butter, and 2 onion halves into a heavy saucepan. Turn on the heat and bring the mixture to a steady simmer. Let the sauce cook for 45 minutes. As it simmers and the butter breaks down, take a wooden spoon and gently smash the whole tomatoes against the side of the pot. The halved onion acts purely as an infuser, slowly releasing its flavor into the liquid. Once the 45 minutes are up, you must physically pull the onion out of the pot and discard it. Leaving it in will ruin the smooth texture. To serve, pour the hot sauce directly over a bowl of freshly boiled pasta and toss it thoroughly until every noodle is perfectly coated. That slow emulsification of fat and acid, steeped with an uncut onion, creates a bright, velvety sauce that outperforms recipes loaded with a dozen different herbs and spices. In under an hour, you've mixed a timeless cocktail, baked a 600-year-old flatbread, and simmered one of the most famous pasta sauces in the world. Look at the final result all together on the table. You have a crisp bite of the chilled glass, the dense, earthy crust of the warm bread, and the rich steam rising off the plated pasta. You don't need a pantry full of additives to cook well. Minimal ingredients paired with precise technique will always yield a superior meal. Pick one of these 3 recipes and try it in your own kitchen tonight. You already have